morning, players. Let's talk about the Chrisleys. Grab your tea, have a seat. Let's get into it. So last night, Savannah Chrisley spoke at the RNC, and she had a lot to say about her parents being politically persecuted. That this is somehow President Biden's fault that her father and mother, Todd and Julie Chrisley, are locked up behind bars. So, in my opinion, she's simply there as a down payment for a pardon if Frumpy Dump is elected, but I digress. Now, to my surprise, I seen a plethora of videos from people shocked that Savannah Chrisley was actually speaking at the RNC. I don't know why you guys are shocked, dismayed, behooved, kerfluffled, or anything by her presence. I mean, it's obvious that they are Trump supporters, but she's got to do what she got to do to get her parents out of the clink. And in my opinion, they're right where they belong. Let's talk about what got them there. So Todd and Julie Chrisley had a very popular reality show. Now, y'all know I love reality shows, but I never got into their show, never watched an episode. I'm from the South. I know what it smells like, and this right here didn't smell right to me. That's exactly why I'm not surprised that they're Frumpy Dump tank sniffers. So the problem started for Todd and Julie Chrisley when Todd decided to fire his business partner, Mark Braddock. Apparently, Mark Braddock was so pissed to the highest level of festivity that he had some things to say to the FBI, honey. So he scurried on up there and told them that Todd Chrisley was involved in some shady business and he was ready to tell his story. Mark Braddock also told investigators that he and Todd Chrisley had an affair. Now, it's important to note that Todd Chrisley has denied that. So Mark told the investigators that Todd Chrisley and Julie Chrisley was using fake documents to secure loans from several different banks. And they investigated this and found emails, a lot of these fake documents, and a paper trail to substantiate this. And it didn't help that a lot of this stuff was made readily available when Todd Chrisley decided to file bankruptcy on the $30 million he had borrowed from banks. Todd and Julie Chrisley was trying to keep up with the Joneses by going around to these different banks saying that they were worth more than what they were worth, saying that they had more than what they had just to secure these loans. Does that ring a bell? Watch Savannah Chrisley. I'll see you on the other side.
What the prosecutor said in the most heavily Democrat county in the state before an Obama-appointed judge. He called us the Trumps of the South.
So if an Obama-appointed judge called the Chrisleys the Trumps of the South, the reason why, because this is the same crime that Frumpy Dump is accused of in New York. The only difference is these people were criminally prosecuted and Frumpy Dump was civilly prosecuted. So while she's standing up there talking about a two-faced justice system, that she needs to talk about how Frumpy Dump committed the same exact crimes and he wasn't criminally charged, but your parents were criminally charged. The investigation took 7 years and the charges were brought against the Chrisleys during the Frumpy Dump administration in 2019. And when I tell y'all the investigation was so top tier, federal prosecutors had an email showing Todd Chrisley telling his former business partner to make a statement showing that he had over $700,000 in a Merrill Lynch account when in fact he didn't even have a Merrill Lynch account. And then when he made one a year later, the most it ever had in it was $17,000. And the grift continued after Mark was fired. Julie Chrisley submitted fake documents to the bankruptcy attorney. So when this young lady stands up and plays in your face as if her parents were being politically persecuted by the Biden administration when the charges were brought in 2019, and her parents are indeed being prosecuted for crimes that they committed. Also, they have some tax evasion charges. I declare, honey, what a disgrace. Child, your privilege is showing a little bit too much for me. But hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to get that pardon for your parents. Now listen, this is what the RNC thinks of the American people. That they're literally going to bring in the bottom of the barrel. The bottom of the barrel to present to you like this is supposed to impress you or move you in some way. When somebody's standing up here begging for a pardon for their criminal parents. She got to do what she got to do, right? All right, players, put it in the comments. This is Double D Mo for the Black Accurate News.